Hello everyone, welcome again. We're back again with always the lessons, and today is lesson 99. We're one lesson off the 100, so exciting times. Yeah, so lesson 99 is salvation is my only function here. Salvation is my only function here is our lesson today, and this is from this wonderful book, A Course in Miracles. I'm Janet, and yeah, let's get going with straight into it because they're quite long, so a bit of reading and then let's see what unfolds as we read through this lesson. Salvation and forgiveness are the same. They both imply that something has gone wrong, something to be saved from, forgiven for, something amiss that needs corrective change, something apart or different from the will of God. Thus do both terms imply a thing impossible but yet which has occurred, resulting in a state of conflict seen between what is and what could never be. Truth and illusions both are equal now, for both have happened. The impossible becomes the thing you need forgiveness for, salvation from. Salvation now becomes the borderline between the truth and the illusion. It reflects the truth because it is the means by which you can escape illusions. Yet it is not yet the truth because it undoes what was never done. How could there be a meeting place at all where earth and heaven can be reconciled within a mind where both of them exist? The mind that sees illusion thinks them real. They have existence in that they are thoughts, and yet they are not real because the mind that thinks these thoughts is separate from God. Whoa. How do you wrap a mind around that when the mind is the thing that is with the thoughts that is keeping us separate from our freedom? So in this world of thoughts and meanings, and inside this mind is where our freedom lies as well, we're enraveled in a way, but separate. So it's like the truth is there, waiting for us to give it our attention, rather than all the thoughts we've given our attention and that is now creating the life that we see in front of us. So this is the big conundrum. How could there be a meeting place at all where where earth and heaven can be reconciled within a mind where both of them exist? The mind that sees illusions thinks them real. They have existence in that they are thoughts, and yet they are not real because the mind that thinks these thoughts is separate from God. What joins the separated mind and thoughts with mind and thought, which are forever one? What plan could hold the truth, inviolate yet recognize the need illusions bring, and offers means by which they are undone without attack and with no touch of pain? What but a thought of God could be this plan by which the never done is overlooked and sins forgotten which were never real? Yes, it just is so simple. That's what the Course is trying to show us. It's so simple, we just have forgotten. We're just so wrapped up in this illusion that we think is so real. And it feels so real. It seems so real. The realness is there in the way you think it. Beliefs, it's what we believe. We believe this world to be real, and a belief is such a powerful thing. We let these beliefs become our reality. A belief becomes everybody's reality, and everybody kind of acts different depending on those core beliefs that are really running your life. So yeah, we've got work to do to let go of this. The Holy Spirit holds this plan of God exactly as it was received of him, within the mind of God and in your own. It is apart from time in that its source is timeless, yet it operates in time because of your belief that time is real. Unshaken does the Holy Spirit look on what you see, on sin and pain and death, on grief and separation and on loss. Yet does he know one thing must be true, must still be true. God is still love, and this is not his will. All of the suffering, all of the pain, all of the misery that we constantly create in our world is not real. And he knows this is not real, and he's trying to get us to see the truth. Because when we see the truth, it will transcend all of it. It will be gone in an instant. And we'll be ever eternal, but we think we're here on a linear path from a beginning to an end, and all of this is like leading to the end. So as we keep living this life with this end in vision, it creates all the needs for our world to be a certain way. We've got to get certain things done before this end comes that we perceive. So we're living in a very alternate universe to what our truth is. This is the thought that brings illusions to the truth and sees them as appearances behind which is the changeless and the sure. This is the thought that saves and that forgives, because it lays no faith in what is not created by the only source it knows. This is the thought whose function is to save by giving you its function as your own. Salvation is your function with the one to whom the plan was given. Now are you entrusted with this plan along with him. He has one answer to appearances, regardless of their form, their size, their depth, or any attribute they seem to have. Salvation is my only function here. God still is love, and this is not his will. We're saying that in these short practice periods over and over. Salvation is my only function here. So freedom is your only function here. God still is love, and this is not his will. He will always be love. He's never going to change, and the illusion that we've created is not his will for us. You who will yet work miracles, be sure you practice well the idea for today. Try to perceive the strength in what you say, for these are words in which your freedom lies. Your Father loves you. All the world of pain is not his will. Forgive yourself the thought he wanted this for you. Then let the thought with which he has replaced all your mistakes enter the darkened places of your mind that thought the thoughts that never were his will. So it's light up those thoughts, get like them removed by seeing the truth, and it will enlighten all of those thoughts you thought were real. This part belongs to God, as does the rest. It does not think its solitary thoughts and make them real by hiding them from him. Let in the light, and you will look upon no obstacle to what he wills for you. Open your secrets to his kindly light, and see how bright this light still shines in you. Practice his thought today, and let his light seek out and lighten up all darkened spots and shine through them to join them to the rest. It is God's will your mind be one with his. It is God's will that he has but one daughter. It is God's will that his one daughter is you. Think of these things in practicing today, and start the lesson that we learn today with this instruction in the way of truth. Salvation is my only function here. Salvation and forgiveness are the same. When you forgive everything, forgive, that has been the one thing throughout these lessons. It's saying is like a magical, release from all of the suffering. You're releasing it from yourself by forgiving, and you're releasing it from others by forgiving them. It is the miracle that will bring you closer to the truth. Then turn to him who shares your function here, and let him teach you what you need to learn to lay all fear aside and know yourself as love, which has no opposite in you. Forgive all thoughts which would oppose the truth of your completion and unity and peace. You cannot lose the gifts your Father gave. You do not want to be another self. You have no function that is not of God. Forgive yourself, the one you think you made. Forgiveness and salvation are the same. Forgive what you have made, and you are saved. There is a special message for today which has the power to remove all forms of doubt and fear forever from your mind. If you are tempted to believe them true, remember that appearances cannot withstand the truth these mighty words contain. Salvation is my only function here. God still is love, and this is not his will. Your only function tells you you are one. Remind yourself of this between the times you give 5 minutes to be shared with him who shares God's plan with you. Remind yourself, salvation is my only function here. Thus do you lay forgiveness on your mind and let all fears be gently laid aside, that love may find its rightful place in you and show you that you are the daughter of God or the son of God. So, we're just looking every day today in how to free ourselves from the conundrums of our mental thoughts. Every moment in that 5 minute period really embody that freedom, that this is not real. What you've created is not real. Keep telling yourself that and allow those thoughts. Oh, don't be silly. Of course it's real. Let it go when that comes in. Whatever the thought is that's going to take you away from knowing that truth. Because until you really start releasing the stronghold you've got to your thoughts and the world and your beliefs about the world, and that, the books that you've read, the history that you know, everything that you see in the world, labels, everything, the meaningless, this is that, I am this is a body. Let it go, let it go, let it go. And remember, to be free is your only function in this illusory world, because this world is not real. So all you're trying to do is free yourself from it. You want to get out of it so that you can get into God's plan for you, and it will lead you through whatever the real world actually is. And that will be revealed, and that is love, and that is peace, and that is joy, and that is eternity. It doesn't change, it doesn't waver. That is the truth. That is what we are working on today, to feel that freedom, that real freedom. That is our mission today, if we so wish to accept it. So enjoy. Salvation is my only function here, and we'll see you back for lesson 100. See you then, and thank you so much for being here. Okay, take care. Bye.